Hi everyone. We're going to find the derivative by the limit process, and these are the 4 problems we're going to do. So if you already know how to do these, I'm going to have 3 parts of this, and they get harder. And these are the easier ones. So what we're going to use is the limit process, which would be the derivative of x equals the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of x minus delta x minus f of x over delta x. So for this one, this equals the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of my x is going to be 3. So we have, this is going to be 3 right here minus my f of x. So this would be f of x, which is going to be 3, because that's your answer. So it's going to be minus 3 all over delta x, and that's going to be 0 over delta x, and that equals 0. Right? And this next one's very similar. We have g of x is negative 5, and basically the derivative of g is the limit as delta x approaches 0 of g of x plus delta x, which is just negative 5, minus g of x, which is just negative 5, over delta x. Well, that equals negative 5 minus a negative 5 over delta x, so that equals 0 over delta x. And the next two are at least more interesting. We have f of x equals negative 5x, and we want to find the derivative of x, which equals the limit as delta x approaches 0. So what I'm going to do is write out, let me just write out the formula real quick. F of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. So I'm just going to write this function down. And then we have negative 5 times x plus delta x minus my whole function. My whole function is just negative 5x all over delta x. And this is going to equal the limit as delta x approaches 0, negative 5x plus a negative, I'll just put negative here. So it's going to be minus 5 delta x plus 5x all over delta x. These two cancel. This will cancel. And so the limit is negative 5. The limit as delta x approaches 0 equals negative 5. And the last one is, let's see, f of x equals 3x plus 2. So that's going to be the derivative of x equals the limit as delta x approaches 0. And what I'm going to do is write this equation down. And I'm going to input x plus delta x. Then you subtract the whole function. My whole function is just this. So it's going to be 3x plus 2 all over delta x. so this equals the limit as delta x approaches 0 of 3x plus 3 delta x plus 2 minus 3x minus 2. Now when you're doing this limit process, everything should cancel that doesn't have a delta x in it. So if you're not able to cancel out the terms, then you probably did something wrong. So these two cancel, because 3x minus 3x is 0. These two cancel, and we're only left with terms with delta x in them. So you have 3 delta x over delta x. So the delta x's cancel, and so that's going to equal 3. All right, the next set we're going to do is a little harder. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.